following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday, 1:04. A little late today.
Late, a little tardy.
And that can mean only one thing. It's time for the People Show. Hanging with the Boys. You're looking live at a warm Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where high school graduation is taking place this week inside the Star. Multiple graduations per night. Kurt, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. That holds a very special place in your heart this weekend and your home. It is 84 degrees. It feels like 91. The high is 88. The low is 68.
That was going to be 69.
Close.
He is Shannon. In the back is Chris. This is Kurt, 3 Pumps Daniels. I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. We're without Nate today. Who knows where Nate is at? But I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
Brought to you each and every show by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. How we doing today?
Good, man.
Good.
I'm ready for the week to be over, though.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm just ready. I'm ready for a little weekend action.
A little holiday weekend?
Yeah, a little rest and relaxation.
Yeah.
Nothing on the agenda. Just rest.
About you, Kurt?
Yeah.
Graduations?
Not this week. They're coming up. It's coming up. So, yeah.
Let us know when it is, because it's a big moment. So it's a very momentous moment in your life. It's the last one.
Youngest finally graduating high school.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You going to work on number 6 after this one gets out?
No.
Crazy. You start all over again?
Work on it, but, you know.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect.
All right.
So, no, it will be a celebration for my wife and I.
Yeah? Y'all going to run around the house naked?
No, but we got the last one out of high school.
Let's go. Well, congratulations. When is that?
Oh, my God.
2 weeks?
Yeah, his last school day is tomorrow, but graduation's another week or so.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's good.
Good. Let's since we won't have a show before then.
I feel like I have something to say. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I feel like I had something I was supposed to say right after that. I lost my complete train of thought on what it was.
You think about Kurt Necken and you just went blank, like, please get out of my head. You had to clear the mechanism.
That might have been it. That might have been like scramble my brain all up right there.
Like Terry Bradshaw?
Yes.
Naked room?
Yeah.
Well, since we won't have a show before Monday, Memorial Day, shout out to all the people who have served and continue to serve. Great weekend to kick off the summer, but don't forget what it's all about. So,
shout out to my Uncle Stanley, my Uncle Burley, both served in the military.
Uncle Burley, that's a hell of a name.
He looks like a Burley.
Does he really?
But like, so you think grizzled, right?
Yeah.
No, it's Burley. Like it's very sleek.
Really?
Very sleek, very smooth.
Okay.
I've 41 years on this earth. I've never heard Uncle Burley yell one time.
Really?
Never.
So how did he get the name Burley if he's so...
That's literally his name.
Oh, is it?
Burley.
It's not a nickname.
Not a nickname.
What branch of the military did they serve in?
Uncle Stanley was in the Army. Uncle Burley was in the Marines.
Yeah. So you've got in your family, you got history of politicians, public service there, public service through the military. Did you ever want to do any of that, or like any kind of public service?
I did do a public service.
What'd you do?
Hanging with the Boys. This is a public service announcement. Each and every week, I get to sit here and talk to all of you and give you.
Serve the government in some kind of government capacity.
I knew I couldn't do that when my oldest brother, was going to be mayor, and I was sitting in one of the little town hall meetings, and they sit on that, what is it called, a dais? What is it called, that thing that they sit on?
I know what you're talking about.
And
You think we know? Go ahead.
yeah, you're right.
Stage area.
And I watched them like just go at each other.
Attack, yeah.
And it got personal. And I'm like,
Oh, really?
And then after it was over, they were like standing like feet from each other, like having a casual conversation. And I'm like, oh, I couldn't do this. I'm like, I have too much aggression.
Too personal.
Well, I mean,
personal.
a lot of people would say all these football players every game they're banging heads.
Yes,
and after
that's
the
perfect.
game,
That's
they're
perfect.
But you get it out.
I get it out.
okay.
I get it. You insult me, I insult you. You bring physical body harm to me, I bring physical body harm to you,
Yeah.
and we're done.
Okay.
And we're done. But you just can't say what you want to me, and then I'm supposed to just like yuck it up with you afterwards.
All right.
No, I never. You wanted to like join the military, anything like that?
Nah, I thought about I don't know how close I came, but I really wanted to after 9/11. Like I felt really motivated to do something
You
patriotic.
got that Pat Tillman look to you.
Yeah, and I really wanted to do something, but I was like, when it kind of got time to like get in the car and go actually go do it, I was like, okay, wait a minute. This is a commitment. I'm not good at commitment, much less a life commitment.
I'm too rational for the armed services.
Yeah.
Because like if you tell me, hey, we're gonna just send you over. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. You would have the biggest problem with them trying to mentally break you down.
But see, okay.
and make you fall in line.
But okay, so here's the thing. I know that I would be one. I'm one of two things. I am going to be like Green Beret, like the highest level of
like all in.
all in,
Yeah.
or I'm out. Like I'm
Insubordination.
I'm dishonorably discharged. They're kicking me out because I'm gonna start asking questions. Like, wait, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So wait, I have to go in first?
Right. Yeah.
No. You mean to tell me there's what's it called, IEDs, these bombs, and I gotta go in first? No, that's not gonna happen. And they go like, well, that's an order. Not today. Not today.
I could
Good
see.
thing you didn't join.
Yeah. Or I'm telling you, or I would have been like, you know what? Because I know I can psych my mind out to go to that level. Mm-hmm. And I'd have been Chris Kyle.
You'd have been the machine.
I'd have been Chris Kyle.
You'd have been running down special teams units and banging into linebackers.
I'd have been Chris. I would have been all the way in.
Yeah. What about you? You ever think about doing any of that stuff?
Briefly, but yeah, sometimes I think because you tell me what to do, I'll get it done.
Right.
But it's kind of the same thing. I'm like, man, I don't. I'm just.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment and going over that hill.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'd be ready for that.
Well, shout out to everybody that's
Yeah, the guys that could do it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for.
I got them good. Especially if you get like 100% of the benefits when you're done.
Oh yeah,
I got a homegirl who's like 100% like disabled vet. I'm like, she got a nice house in San Antonio.
No
Like,
guys like
no
that.
money down. No.
Tired at 40.
Yeah.
I have a buddy he was a major, so he gets that major money, and he's still does active. He's not active, but he does reserves. So he still goes like once every 3 months, and he goes and gets to jump out of airplanes and do cool stuff, and he gets that.
If there's any cute young ladies that's 100% disabled vet, holla at me.
They got to be disabled.
Yeah, they need the benefits. I need the benefits.
okay.
If you're not coming with the benefits, then I'm good.
Maybe you had a kink.
What's
there.
your give him your Twitter handle?
At Mr. Fourth and Long.
There you go.
We can change it though.
Look it up.
We can change it.
Look it up.
I could be at disabled vet 100%.
Negotiable. Twitter handle's negotiable.
It's all negotiable.
All right. Well, let's get to some football before we go to break, since we did a good job of wasting the first segment without Nate. By the way, we have no idea where Nate is. Jesse sent the group text this morning about 7:30. So
On the road.
On the road,
He
huh?
called me twice.
Today?
Yeah, he called me twice today. I didn't answer.
Well, my feelings are hurt. He didn't call me. Did he call you, Kurt? No. Man.
Call me.
Oh, see? Call Chris.
there you go.
Okay, we see. We see what's up. We see what's up.
But I always tell Nate, if I don't have 20 minutes, I don't answer.
True.
Yeah.
It's a you got to have to
a
drive.
commitment.
That's one of those. When I get in the car to go back home from here, I'll call you back.
That's the plan. Too. That's literally the plan. When I get in the car to go home, I'm like, it's a good time to call Nate back.
Yep. Shout out to the Stars winning last night in dramatic fashion.
Oh, it
Yes.
just came back to me. You just said that. When you talk about the Ford, shout out to the Arlington Martin young ladies who won the inaugural girls flag football championship.
Hey,
Nice.
This past Monday, we had it right here in the Ford Center. Competitive game. It was DeSoto versus Arlington Martin. And it was the championship game, and it was a competitive game.
Any
man.
fights break out?
Not this time. Not this time. We had good, clean games.
Good, clean games?
Good,
Competitive,
clean.
huh?
It was super competitive, and Arlington Martin, man, it was, that has been a joy. Like, I didn't know what to expect when Danny called and was like, Danny McCray, and it was like, bro, I need your help. And I'm just like, okay. He's like, man, I'm trying to get this flag football thing. I need my guys. I'm like, you got me.
Was the first question out of your mouth when he said, I need your help? How much?
Nope.
What'd you do?
Nope.
So is that a special teams thing?
Yeah, it's
Your special teams,
I always
brother?
tell you guys, you know who are good teammates and who aren't good teammates. When Danny said he called me and said I need you, I said I'm there. I didn't ask him
Nothing?
nothing. He said okay. I said okay. Whatever, however it goes, I got you. And he was like, all right. And so initially we started with the clinics.
Okay.
So I coached in clinics, and then we did clinics all spring and summer, and then the team started coming to formulate, and then there was an opportunity that he thought I might have to coach, and I didn't want to coach, but I would have done it if it need be. But they got the right people along, so I was a field manager.
Okay.
Field manager.
What does a field manager do besides manage the field?
Self-explanatory. You know what I mean? I had the southern fields. So I had Kincaid and Forster whenever we played in one of those, and I come in, I set the field up,
Okay.
make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. I'm abreast of the rule book,
Okay.
so make sure for the refs, for the coaches,
You're a
'cause-
backup.
Yeah, they call. I had a nice little shirt to field manager on it. Yeah, Danny got his shirts.
Very
I
nice.
heard. I read a line that these girls' flag football games are more physical than what the Cowboys are doing
tell
right
you.
now. Okay.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. It got physical some games. It really did. But it was a treat to watch those girls when they came in during the clinics. And when I tell you, I said, Mac, I don't know if this is going to work. Because it was bad. And to see them
Develop and learn.
oh my
Really?
goodness. It is, couldn't line up. Like they didn't know start from nothing. The girls were standing there like at the line of scrimmage like, what we do now? I'm like, let's work on getting in the stance. Let's work on, you can't move till the ball moves. They're like, well, she taking too long to say hut. Say hut. I'm like, okay.
And then once they get a little organized and start competing.
Now they're running routes. You see, I was like, to watch the championship game Monday night, it was a true treat to see it. And shout out to Danny, who is the mastermind behind it all, Whitney, Faulkner, and the rest of the guys, man. Yeah, but Danny, yeah.
Good job, Danny.
Nice.
Good job. Remember your roots, Danny, whenever you're coaching the Olympic flag football team, where you came from. Give us a shout out.
Girls got scholarships too.
Really?
Yeah, Texas Wesleyan. They have a flag football.
Really? That's awesome.
UT Arlington is getting a flag
Yeah, I
football
think a lot
team.
of colleges now are doing
Very
that.
cool.
So we had 3 girls from our
scholarship?
group
Really?
get scholarships.
That's awesome.
They're trying to make it a UIL sanctioned
That'd be
sport.
great.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
big.
All right, well, we successfully did it. We killed the
Good
first
work.
segment.
That's what we do.
There is actually football right on the other side of that wall going on right now that I wasn't even aware that was happening today until I walked in the building.
Lock in.
Let's talk about who's there, who's not, is it important, and whatever else we can get into. See if somebody cusses on the show. Stay tuned when we come back on Hangin' with the Boys.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiro's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole made with real Hass avocados will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiro's wide range of mouthwatering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every day by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Kurt!
Yes.
You're finally back.
Ah, thank you.
And did you know, it's been a while since you've heard this, at 7-Eleven, there's a $5,000 winner every single day. Shop with 7 rewards like Jesse does, then play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. New daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. ages 16 and over. For full official rules and free gameplay, go to, let me slow down to read this, 5k-a-day.com/rules. That's 5k-a-day.com/rules for more details.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, big gulps, huh?
Yes, sir. Big gulps.
Chris, it doesn't seem like we're live on YouTube. Just want to let you know.
I will ask.
There you go, Kurt. Thanks for every time I touch this mic, it cuts out. I hope it doesn't do that on
Quit touching it.
Okay, that's what she said. Anyway,
Hey, Miss Galicia.
yeah. Hi, shout out.
I saw her in the hall the other day,
Yeah.
and she just looked at me and started laughing. She did.
What show do you think she was laughing about?
Oh, I didn't probably this one.
Right, like
We got an open seat if she wants to come down.
She's laughing.
We always got an open seat for her.
Miss Galicia, you can always come down if you want to sit in with the boys.
She's like, your file is so thick,
Yeah.
thicker than Rowdy's. Used to be. We need to. You know what we should do, Chris? That would be fun. Let's get the old Rowdy on the show to talk about old stories.
Why did you park
I would.
Why did you park the van there? First question.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why did you park the van there? What do you,
I wonder if he would do that. I should text him.
text him right now, see if you get a reply.
Yeah.
He's probably fishing.
Of course he is. That's all he does is he fishes. That and his
good life.
other gig, which I don't. You probably don't. He probably doesn't want that out there. What his gig is now.
Probably not.
I'll tell you on the break. I'm sure y'all know. Okay, football.
Scrippo.
Football. Here we go. They're out there practicing. Who's out there and who's not? That should be. Is Micah out there practicing?
Probably not. He's doing a hold in like Zach Martin did a couple years ago.
Which means you're here in the building.
You're here in the building, but you're not necessarily.
Which, from a player standpoint, is smart because you don't want to get injured, right? But you want to be around the guys. He's, I think one of the things we've always talked about is Micah a leader, right? He wants to be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
He said it. He talks sometimes like a leader. Sometimes his actions aren't leadership quality. Is this a step in that direction for taking over for a Tank or whoever in that locker room is going to be the defensive leader? Is this a leadership thing, or is this a what is this a good thing for Micah?
It's a thing. It's not good. It's not bad. Mm-hmm. From a player's perspective, and I mean his teammates, you hope, but you don't hope that one day you're in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
You hope.
Explain that.
You hope that one day your contract is such a big contract
That you don't want to.
that they don't want to sign it right away. That they got to take some
think about it.
time
Yeah.
and go through the parameters and the details.
Crunch
of
some
it,
numbers.
Crunch some numbers. Find where this money going to come from.
Right.
You hope that is you one day, but you also hope that it's not you because you get it done and now that you're back on the field doing what you love to do. So it's one of those things where, as a player, you mind your own pockets and you mind your own business and you go about doing the work that you're supposed to do. And when Micah gets here, he gets here. But you understand that he got to get his money.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't contract related, if it was just, well, I'd rather do it in Miami, or I'd rather do it in California, or I'd rather do it in Houston, or, train wherever, New York City or whatever, that's different. That's a choice. Like that's a choice that you don't have to make.
And she's done that in the past.
And that's a part of why some of that leadership stuff have come down on his head in a negative way. This, I champion this.
Yeah.
Pay me.
Well, it's good for Micah, but is it good for the team and the culture and all that they're trying to do?
Does it help him develop? Does it help you bond just being around?
If he's here, though, like he is here, right? He's in the building. He's doing stuff in the locker room. I'm sure they talked about the ping pong tables in the locker room. I'm sure Micah's competitive. He's on the ping pong table and he's in the group chat and he's in the lunchroom and he's sitting in some meetings and so all that. Like when he's here, he's here. Mm-hmm. He's just not on the field here.
Yeah.
So the camaraderie is being built. But if we're being completely honest, we don't care about that. Mm-hmm. We don't. Right. That's a them thing. Mm-hmm. We want to know, is it going to work on, I should say Thursdays now. I was going to say Sunday, but they play all the damn Thursday night games now. Is it going to work on game day? Mm-hmm. That's all we care about. Whether you're bonding or kumbaya and it's coming together and y'all have the culture that you want. I do think culture is important. Yeah. I think it's a component of it, but winning is what we look for from Micah, Dak, CD, Deron Bland, you name the name. If they're in a uniform, that's the part that we care about. Great. You're playing ping pong. I think there are some good that can come out of ping pong. Yeah. Is it competitive? It gets competitive. It keeps you here just another 45 minutes to learn that guy across from you. To have that moment across from you. And in those moments, anything can happen. Anything can happen. In the sense of a ping pong game, instead of me just getting my stuff after practice and bouncing, and I know that we're not having any interaction, that means there is a zero chance that anything can develop there. A ping pong game now means it starts off at ping pong, and the next thing you know, you're giving your testimony. And now we're sharing something spiritually, or you're giving an idea or thought or where you come from or whatever it is. And now there's a way of interacting because of around the ping pong table. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I get that part, but great. I know that you like this, or I know that you do that. That's great for y'all.
Is that going to give me 3 extra sacks?
For us,
yeah.
What we're looking for is, does whatever y'all doing over there
equate
to us
winning games?
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to see with all this talk about culture and the ping pong table and the basketball hoop and the dinners and everything. It all sounds really good, but man, if they're not winning, we're all going to look back and say, man, they were spending too much time playing ping pong. Yeah. Not enough
Get
time.
them damn tables out of the locker room. What are you doing?
And it's not exclusive to the Dallas Cowboys. Right? It's exclusive to just about any team sport. To the Cincinnati Bengals, to the Dallas Stars, to the Texas Rangers, to the FC, name the team. Yep. It's not a thing where culture is trying to be built just in Cowboy Nation. It's trying to be built in every 32 other teams in the league.
Well, you know what I like about all these things, and I wish Nate was here today to talk about this. It's exactly what you said. It's getting guys to hang out just a little bit longer, especially in this day and age where everybody's quick to get out of here and go unplug or go get on social media or go game or do whatever. That extra 15, 20 minutes turns into what you said. And you do that multiple times over the course of the offseason and even during the season. On game day, you're going to play a little bit harder for that guy that knows your daughter's name.
You wonder why Danny can call me, and whatever's on the other side of the phone, I'm there.
Because y'all spent that time together.
Spent the time together.
Yeah.
We were in the foxhole together. I knew that running down there, he had my back.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that running down. I have a picture. I want to say it was Thanksgiving. We played the Saints. What was the Roy Williams fumbled the slant? He was going to the house. I think it was Thanksgiving. We played the Saints. And I have a picture in my home as I'm making Reggie Bush fumble on a punt return. And you know who's who's right behind me? Danny McCray. Mm. Like literally, you see me swiping down, punching the ball out, and Danny's literally right there in the frame. That's why he can call me. That's why I know when I'm like, oh, he looks over me and he goes, hey, Jay Holly, you go this time. I don't want to do it, but I got you. That happens in there.
Right.
And you
don't do that if you don't know that guy personally, right?
No.
And that's what Nate always talks about is they did in the 90s, they did stuff together. They stayed at the facility. They played dominoes. They played cards. And I think
bring the White House back. No, I'm playing.
But I'm interested to see, because you're right, Kurt. Like it sounds great in theory, but unless it translates on game day, like what are we doing?
Yeah,
so
it's going to be questioned then.
And this is I feel like this is the biggest coaching personality swing by just the things that are happening and the interactions and the few things that we've seen between the time of Schottenheimer getting hired till now. Like it's a big, huge philosophy change. So it'll be interesting to see if it translates on game day. All right, let's take our next break. When we come back, let's talk a little bit more about football on Hanging with the Boys.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Dallas Cowboys Game Day is brought to you by Captain Morgan, the official spiced rum of the NFL. The NFL season is where legends are born on and off the field. Some are last-second plays that turn the tide and change a team's destiny, while others are of friends who follow the captain to make a regular get-together into the stuff of legends. Visit followthecaptain.com. Please drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum, 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
Hey, Cowboys fans, a 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets at Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final. Man, this show's going by fast. Final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by Jigsaw, the proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. All right.
Did they have a your account?
No.
What's that?
I'm off the market
Jigsaw.
now.
Oh.
They were too late. They missed the window.
Off the market.
Windows
Breaking
closed.
news.
Yeah, breaking news. We ain't hear about that.
Windows closed.
We ain't hear about that.
No one asked.
Oh.
Okay.
Congrats.
All right.
Off the air.
All right. Okay, now we got 2 3 pumps in here.
Hey.
2 is good, 3 gets your flag.
There we go. There you go. Do you think the folks on the other side of the building listen to the show?
Mm-hmm.
Because, and I wish Nate was, man, this is a terrible show for Nate to miss because it looks like Booker is working immediately with the starters and getting reps. And that's something I know Nate has
Didn't
been
happen last year.
standing on the table. If you draft a guy in the first round, let him play, right? You've jumped in on that too, Jesse. Guyton was taking second team reps at the beginning last year.
Mm-hmm.
Is this that Booker is that much better of a talent, or is this a change in philosophy in your opinion, Jesse, to where you drafted him in the first round, give him all the reps, get him through training camp, and then make your decision?
I think it's a change of philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Guyton was a project to start with. I think Booker is a sure shot.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that's, nothing against Brock, grab your wee-wees all you want, my boy. Have fun. Go at it. Get a handful. But it's a superior talent. There was a reason you were drafted where you were drafted. And there was a reason why he was drafted where he was drafted.
Yeah.
The talent ain't the same. And so...
Yeah, they can see that, so they're not going to mess around.
Let's get him in there. Let's time is of the essence. Let's get him in here. Let's know what the hell we got so that I don't want to start having to make OS adjustments in August. Let's make the adjustments now. If we look up and we go, we might need to get a veteran in here because this kid's it's not computing.
Mm-hmm.
And whether that be, because you already know whatever techniques you learned at Bama are going to be different here. I'm not saying everything, but every coach has their different styles. You know what? I prefer hands to be inside. I prefer for you to punch now. Yeah. I prefer this type of kick slide.
He's switching sides, right? Is that right? Booker. Isn't he switching sides from from left guard to right guard? So I guess I'm saying there's stuff to learn.
There's stuff to learn. And you want to just make sure that in that learning process that we get every opportunity to properly evaluate the talent. And now, after this OTA is done, guess what? I sit Booker down and I say, man, let's watch some of these cut-ups. Okay, here you're going up against here. Hey, let's get that kick leg out a little bit more. Now, when you get some pads on, we add a little bit more, and we just continue to break this thing down. But you're allowed to see the consistent process of a player, and I think that will allow you to get to training camp. And when the pads come on and you go against a little bit of competition, you won't have as many questions. You won't have as many unknown questions about the player. Yeah. You'll be able to go in and say, all right, because I'm sure they still do the same thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but normally when you leave after mini camps and you go away, they send you a letter. They tell you what camp reporting time. They may do an email now. They may not do the paper letter anymore. But you have, the things that you're supposed to weigh in at and that kind of stuff and all the traveling information. But your coach also sends you a little note and say, hey, continue to work on A, B, and C, because we saw that over time, and now we're heading into training camp, and we want to make sure that you're sharp in those things. So wherever you're going, make sure that you're working on these specific things that we think you need to improve on or can improve on to help your game, to help us when we get this thing really rocking and rolling.
Yeah. So we've talked about Micah being here in some form and fashion. We talked about Booker. He's now being here, and he's in there. What are you thinking about Trevon Diggs doing his rehab away from the facility? He is not at the Star now. And this is the same thing he did last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people are real happy about that, but is it kind of a deal like players are like, he can do what he do, or are they like, he should be here?
Again, another situation where players don't care.
Really?
They don't care where he works out at. But the hope is that he's working.
Yeah.
That's the hope. No, don't say that, Jesse. I'm getting better at that. I'm not going to say that.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
But let's just say that there are maybe people in this building that are happy that he's probably somewhere else working out because of the things in the past.
Yeah.
That he is not one of the best workers when it comes to rehab. That he doesn't always show up. That he doesn't always put in the best effort. And it becomes more of a headache than a help to rehab him and get him back on the field. But as a player, nah. What we get upset is if you come back and now you're not ready.
Okay.
That's when we get upset. That's when we like, damn, bro, what, were you just in Miamian? Or were you actually in there working? Because we're looking for you to be ready to go when it's time for us to go, because having another corner out there where we're short at that position will help our defense out, will help our team out. But if you down there and you just being, you know what I'm saying? You down there slinging that thing and ain't really putting in the work, well, now you hurt us. When you could have been in Dallas. You could have came on back to Dallas, worked out at the Star, and at least been doing the right thing. But now, I'm not saying that he's doing that. I'm just saying that's when we begin to care. That's when you hear the frustrations come from players and the leaders of the team, is when somebody is away doing rehab and they come back and all of a sudden they're like, you wasn't even really rehabbing. I know that we get the videos and we got the documentary stuff coming out, but I remember Gronk. Remember this a couple years ago when Gronk was playing? Gronk went in the backyard and he was sending these videos to Coach Belichick, like of showing him like, yeah, I'm home and I'm working out. Gronk later admitted that he went in the backyard and he brought 3 or 4 different shirts. And he said he just ran a couple drills in one shirt, took it off, put another shirt on. So you could have multiple days of it, because he was like, man, I'm not working out every day, but I'll keep making these multiple different shirt videos, sending them in. He was like, I'll dress it up and we'll put water on my head like I'm out here really sweating. He's like, I got 3 different shirts on, and I would send videos, periodically to Coach Belichick to let him know that I'm out here working, when it was all just a skit that he did in 15, 20 minutes.
I think that was during COVID.
Was that COVID?
They weren't in the building, so they would have to send in their workouts to the team. And he would do them all in one day with different outfits on.
Chris, you would know this. Hell, Jesse, you and Kurt might know this. Dax seems like he's a full go at practice. Pickens is out there. Do we know what number he's wearing? I know
13 for right now.
For now, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's in stone yet.
Is it going to stick?
He said it's not decided yet.
Not decided yet. They have to give him a number, though.
Right. So he had 13. Somebody else on the team's got 13, but there's also multiple numbers because you got so many guys, right?
Yeah, they got a couple 7s out there too, right?
Yeah, I think so. So we don't know. There's no final official word on what.
No.
Marquise Bell. The conversation doesn't start to 25K. Now, if you feel like you're about to get cut, take it down a little bit. You
get that out.
Yeah. You gotta act like Denzel. Remember Denzel said, "I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something." You gotta leave here with something, Marquise. All right. If you feel like Will McClay and company about to replace you, take 10.
Take that discount.
Take 10
and a steak dinner.
Yeah, take 10. Take a Maui vacation or whatever you can get your hands on. Don't leave here be like Denzel. I'm leaving here with something. You from around the way, my boy.
Chris, this will affect you a little bit. How do you feel about the Cowboys being on the NFC East version of Hard Knocks? I'm pretty sure Coach Schottenheimer is probably like, "Are you kidding me? You're gonna have cameras in every single room in this place my first year, and it's all gonna be database somewhere when I'm trying to
no distractions at all.
Yeah, none at all. They'll have a whole crew out at training camp and all that.
The tours aren't enough. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, right. How do you feel about it, Chris?
To my knowledge, the way that NFL Films works, that is, they have a single crew that will be at the facility, meaning like a camera guy, an audio guy, and a producer. Like 3 people. I mean, they'll do the team meeting room and stuff like that. They'll put the robotics in there, but I think it's a very minimal crew because it's through 4 teams. So
they don't have 40 people on site like they
it's not
do at training
huge.
Camps.
When we did it a couple years back, remember it was All or Nothing.
Amazon, right?
And All or Nothing. It was during the season. Yes, that crew is basically the same crew that does the Hard Knocks.
Gotcha. So it won't be too invasive.
It won't be as invasive as you think it would be.
Is there something that you want to see during this Hard Knocks from the Cowboys?
Me?
Yeah, all of us. That's everybody.
I like the program. I like the behind the scenes access.
I like the program. I love it.
What?
No, nothing.
I like the
watching his program.
You know what I want to see? I want to see who Pickens really is.
Yeah, I was just thinking
because he said, what have I really done? You see me get pissed off on game day, which he kind of gets a bad rap, right? It's been a long time since we've had a wide receiver with some attitude, since Dez, right? We've gotten really spoiled around here because CD can be a little bit of a diva, but he's not he's not your wild, boisterous, loud, in your face, slinging his helmet, and
Amari wasn't.
Amari's just kind of like, all right, you don't throw me the ball, I'm just gonna sit over here on the bench. Like I ain't getting your face. Like I'm just gonna sit down, and even your backup got like Tolbert, Cedric Wilson. You had a really quiet wide receiver room, and I'm not mad about. I wasn't here the day that the week that he got signed, and I missed out on the whole conversation. But I'm not mad about having somebody that you have to sometimes calm down on the sideline because he wants to be involved so much, right? So I'm interested to learn about him as a person because you haven't really got to see him other than how the media portrays him and what gets put out there, and sometimes your perception is both. Both ways. You're a darling in the media, and in that locker room, you're just you're a jerk, and you're not a good teammate. And sometimes it's the opposite. You look like you're a terrible teammate, and you would do anything for that guy.
Right.
So I'm really interested about that.
I feel that way about Shotty. Like I want to see. I want to see because right now, like he is. I said it. I think I don't know where I said it. I know I said it, but I don't know what show I said it on. But he is
Too many jobs.
I know,
so many
jobs, so many jobs.
Have you ever had multiple girlfriends?
Nope.
Okay.
Really?
I was just wondering.
That was like
you have a hard time keeping your shows straight. What you say, where? I'm like, there's no way he's ever juggled more than one relationship.
Who would want to?
Some people do that. Some people live completely different lives. I'm just wondering. Sorry,
one woman is enough.
You said it.
That's true.
You said it. Not me.
One woman is.
I agree.
That's a headache enough.
I agree. I can't even keep up with the one I have.
Sheesh. But right now, like Shotty is on a like Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, like home run. Everything he does, he's hitting home
trajectory is like straight up.
Everything. Like and all we have to go off right now is when he talks. That's it. That's all we have to go off of. There's no data that we can go off of as a head coach. So all we have is him speaking, him out at events, him setting the culture, him in press conferences, him whatever it is. That's all we have. And every time he speaks, he's been home run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want to see what happens when the grease is hot. Mm-hmm. I want to see him when the grease is hot. I want to see that side. I want to see when there's a 2-game losing streak. If there ever is a 2-game losing streak, I want to see when something doesn't go right.
Does he yell? Does he throw the headset down?
How do they respond to him? Right. How do he respond to them? How does he respond if GP goes off? Mm-hmm. How does he respond if CD does his thing and he goes and stands 80 yards away from his teammates? How does he react if Micah? How does he? I want to see that part because as of right now, from the surface of it all,
Miss Price on national TV.
From the search of it all, he has done a great job being a media darling and saying absolutely all the right things.
It's going to be a fun year, one way or the other.
It always is interesting.
Always interesting around here, but this lot of storylines this year. Hard Knocks is going to have their hands full trying to keep it even across the 4 teams when there's going to be so much drama going on.
That could be
a
great series. All 4
teams. Dude, if you think about it, like Dan Quinn's story, great story, and a lot like Shotty, like a total team guy, total players coach, and really personable and really cares about his players. And then you got Sirianni, the guy that you want to hate, but everything he does, Like,
got all those personalities up there.
yeah, like it's it. And then the Giants, everybody's kind of like, who cares? But
I think the Giants are probably like, don't show us again. Last time we did this, they're still making memes about this whole thing. My son's telling me to get.
have you heard about this Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, my son's telling me to get Jaden Daniels and Saquon, and I'm just like, nah, we're gonna pay Daniel. Like it just the Giants are probably like, please, we've suffered enough. We've suffered enough. But you're gonna have Big Dom on there from Philadelphia. He's gonna be on there.
Oh yeah. So, well, fellas, enjoyed it. Maybe one day we'll get the whole crew back together again.
Yeah,
One day.
soon.
We'll see
Been a while.
before training camp. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Josh, thanks for keeping him company. We will be back next Thursday. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget what it's about. Next week, we'll be back.
We out.
Whoa.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!